I'm only too aware of the pressures to always look my best, the stress of living in the spotlight, and the demands of always putting on a great show. You may think that the non-stop celebrity circus and dressing to impress are very modern ideas, but a stunning and unique treasure shows that my Welsh ancestors knew a thing about style, PR, and power dressing.
In 2005, Brian Gibbonson, a French polisher, was walking in fields near Cardiff when he stumbled across some strange hoops of metal in the ground. Taking them to his local fines liaison officer, he was stunned to discover that they were part of a 2,000-year-old set of jewellery, but a section of one was missing. Then, years later, and an incredible coincidence, the missing link was found by another man, Peter Halford. The two finders had discovered the most important ancient jewellery ever found in Wales. I'm here at the National Museum in Cardiff to meet them both.
Brian, hi, Katherine.
Hi.
Hi, Peter, nice to meet you. So tell me, Brian, how did you find this item?
Big signal. And I thought, what's this? Straight down, about a foot down. The bronze collar started to appear. I stopped digging, brushed the soil away, and took it out of my hand.
How did you feel?
We knew it was important, but we didn't know exactly how important.
And so, Peter, you found the other half of the bracelet. That's remarkable. How did that happen?
Well, remarkably, this was several years later, and I found something. I thought, well, this is interesting. This looks a bit old. I didn't know what it was, first of all. So when I spoke to the museum about it, they were really astounded that that had turned up so many years later.
The Boverton hoard consists of a necklace and two bangles that were made by Welsh craftsmen 2,000 years ago during the Iron Age.
Wow, this is it.
This is the Boverton grave group.
It's absolutely gorgeous, but goodness me, it's tiny.
It is.
It's really quite intricate, isn't it? Can we look a little bit closer?
You can. So you can see that it was decorated in the front with red glass enamel squares and yellow enamel in between.
Okay.
And then they had mirror plates on the back as well as the front there.
Okay, and this is the mirror plate here, is it?
Yes, it's a tinned bronze, which would have been quite shiny.
Okay.
Very grey, contrasting with the bronze.
And these colours would have been a lot more vibrant?
They would have been very red and very yellow.
This is a modern replica of what it would have looked like when it was brand new. And the jewellery hides a secret of Welsh history within its design.
This form of neck collar is something that's associated with Iron Age, with Celtic people before the Romans. But the decoration and some of the technology is very Romanised. So you've got this mixing of cultures.
So it's like a fusion of two different kinds?
Exactly. It's a cultural mixing, which is really important and really interesting for us.
The fusing of designs is the result of one of the most major events in Welsh history, the invasion of Wales by the Romans. In 48 AD, 5 years after they had invaded England, the Imperial Roman governor of Britannia ordered his troops west. For 30 years, they battled the spirited Welsh tribes before the Romans finally completed their conquest and took Cymru. So, who would have worn this jewellery and why? It's being modelled by a group of fashion students advised by Iron Age style guru Drew Felix.
With a piece like this, you want to show it off. So you'd probably raise the hair up to clear the neckline.
Oh, I can see now, because the very colourful part is on the back part of the necklace. If the hair was down, you would really miss that.
Exactly.
It's gorgeous. Who would have worn this?
Someone with immense power and wealth. You'll notice as well the clothes she's wearing, extremely colourful and bright. This is because the dyes are expensive and the time taken to make clothes expensive.
Its exquisite style and skilled craftsmanship show it would have belonged to a Welsh princess or warlord's wife and be worn as a symbol of her status.
So it's not just a fashion accessory then?
Not really, no, but then all fashion is a display of wealth and power to some extent. So it serves two purposes. It's effectively like driving around in a Porsche would be today. We've got the local traditions, but it's also mixed with the Roman cool. Much the same as today, we see kids in Africa in T-shirts and baseball caps because of the American culture. You've got much the same happening with the influence of the Roman Empire in Britain.
So what the Boverton jewellery tells us is that rather than fight Roman domination, The Welsh tribes cooperated with the Romans, sharing ideas as well as technology.
Perhaps it took a woman's intuition to know that there are more ways than war to impress and resist, to maintain their Welsh identity in the face of occupation.